When focused narrowly on healing, you are programming your mind to look for things that are wrong or not nice to feel, based on a metric system of good and bad. Thus, this program is going to process phenomena, and out will jump something that needs to be healed, fixed, or improved. This is merely a perception, dear one. Everything is as it should be. And it is the very resistance to allowing things just as they are that causes the mind to be worshipped, because it now appears that it has the most important job: controlling life. Avoid pain, follow pleasure. Mind program. With this job and its processing programs installed, it will always put out its opinion based on memory and dress it up in proofs and beliefs appearing to be real. The mind listens to stop its own confusion. But it's like listening to someone else while talking. Once you give that up, your being, your presence, can truly listen. It is in the silence where the true message is transmuted. We see the world through the mind, and the mind is here simply to notice paradox. It is a heart that accepts everything. In dim light, many things are seen incorrectly. But when the pure light of consciousness is dimmed by mental activity, we cannot truly experience reality. When we change the way we look at things, those things change. If we surrender the notion of three states, the waking, dreaming, and dreamless sleep, and replace that with the notion of one state in which these three states appear and disappear, everything takes on a new meaning. Just as friction is required to begin a fire, likewise, friction is required for the attainment of clarity. This friction is brought about by investigation of the validity of one's beliefs. It is not so much that the faith is gained, rather, it is the false that is lost. We all arrive at the moment where it just feels unbearable, sprouting from the belief of fear that you will not be able to bear it. The grief, pain, anxiety. You can think that you will not be able to bear it. But if it is truly unbearable, the body would protect itself and go unconscious. There is a protective mechanism built into the body. So as long as you are still conscious and still breathing, even if your mind is telling you this is unbearable, or even if the mind goes to wonder in the next moment and tells you it is going to be unbearable, and fear slips in of dying, going mad, or breaking, notice in that very moment, dear one, that you have left this moment. You left your actual experience and you have arrived in a movie. You are thinking of a future scene called the unbearable moment, and you have not arrived there yet. So you can think that this moment is unbearable, but you are already bearing it. Fear might arise about future moments being unbearable. Breathe yourself back to the present moment. Notice how you are paying attention to the present moment. Invite clarity through eyes of kindness and compassion, loving everything you become aware of. Wow, this is what I get to love in this moment. Thank you. How can it get any better than this? Even in a moment where you feel this is unbearable, dear one, notice that something else is bearing you. Something is holding you and bearing you. You are being held, embedded in love, by presence, by life itself, by earth, the sky, the mountains. You are held by the infinite. The very fact that you are having an experience means you are bearing it. The experience is bearable. And of course, it can feel unbearable at times. But that is simply a frightened part of you expressing itself. There is no need or use to fragmenting yourself into small parts, then identifying only with one of those small parts, and then you are left feeling separate. from yourself. It feels unbearable, but I'm bearing it because I am alive and strong. I can feel the warm rivers flow from the ocean of my heart. I can hear the notes and sounds that are connected with silence. I can sense my presence along with the life force swimming in my breath. My presence is held in the womb of the universe, and it is here that I linger and breathe. In, through, and to the abundance of love, which I am at my core. Namaste.